I'm Mr. Rohit Jain, consultant orthopedic hip and knee surgeon. I'm working full-time in the NHS, and I also work in One Ashford Hospital, which is my private hospital. Nature has provided us with two meniscus, which are C-shaped structures present in the knee joint. These C-shaped structures are made up of fibrocartilage. They are quite rubbery in texture. The main function of the meniscus is to act as a shock absorber. So therefore, to distribute the loads going across the joint equally so that there are no peak forces within the joint. In addition to this, meniscus also provides stability to the knee joint by making the joint surface conforming to each other. The classical mechanism of causing a tear in the meniscus is loading and twisting movements. So all the pivoting sports, including the racket sports like badminton, tennis, contact sports like football and skiing, all these sports, they involve these pivoting movements. And therefore, the meniscal tears are quite common in the athletes who are involved in these kind of sports. In fact, you don't need to be an athlete to cause a meniscal tear. In some people whose occupations involve carrying heavy loads and twisting, they can also easily cause a tear in their shock absorber. In the old age, when the meniscal tissue is already going under a process of degradation, even a minor trauma can actually lead to a meniscal tear. Meniscal tears are a very common injury and they are widespread across all the age groups. A patient who has got a torn meniscus, the knee will be painful. The pain is usually around the joint line. It can be a dull pain with sharp stabbing, excruciating exacerbations, especially when there is any form of twisting movements within the knee joint. This can also be associated with intermittent swelling and mechanical symptoms like clicking, locking or jamming of the joint, and a sensation of giving way in the knee joint. So if you feel that you have got any of these symptoms, then the best thing is to seek a specialist's opinion, because the specialist can then take a detailed history and do a thorough examination, and just from the clinical history and examination, a diagnosis of a meniscal tear can be made. In most of the scenarios, the clinical diagnosis is then confirmed by a combination of X-rays and MRI scan. And if all these elements confirm that there is a definite presence of a meniscal tear, depending upon the size of the tear and the complexity of the tear, the treatment can be tailored. The treatment options can range from physiotherapy going on to considering a keyhole surgery. A keyhole surgery can involve a repair of the meniscus, or in some cases, we have to excise the torn bits of the meniscus. Usually, the keyhole surgery is a day case surgery, which means the patients come in, have their operation done, and they go home the same day. The procedure in itself usually will take approximately around 20 to 40 minutes, and I usually get the patients up and moving almost as soon as they're out of their anesthetics. By and large, patients do very well if the treatment has been done specifically for a meniscal tear. So if you have any concerns with regards to a painful swelling which is associated with intermittent exacerbation of pain, there's no point leaving it because these things will probably not settle. And the best thing is to get and seek a specialist opinion as soon as possible so that it can be looked at and be resolved at the right time.